Hello, my beautiful viewers. Welcome to the channel. It's Becky here, gracing your online screen with another interesting video. So, guys, we are finally jumping into this Auntie Esther's case that's been trending on social media for a while now. I know most of you must have known about her story. The lady that has refused to take blood transfusion because of a Jehovah Witness belief. Guys, there is a lot to unpack in this story. It's a religious case, it's a financial case, it's a social case. Like, there's a lot to unpack. Because this is the very first time I'll be talking about this topic on the channel, permit me to give a quick background knowledge for those of us that might be hearing about the story for the first time. So there is this lady called Auntie Esther, and I think she became popular in 2023. That was the first time she became popular, when she went to someone's comment section to advertise her business. So it used to be a thing. People do it a lot on Instagram, but I think it's more popular on Twitter. I don't know. But you know, this thing people do when a celebrity makes a post, or maybe a post is trending online, and people will go to the comment section to have advertised their business. That's what she does. She would go to different posts that is trending on Twitter to advertise her business. So she's into personal shopping. She would help people to go to the market to buy foodstuffs, yam, tomatoes, pepper. Like, she would even ship to people outside Nigeria. So there was this particular time she went to an online personality to advertise her business under his post. And then he called her out and warned her not to advertise her business under his post again. And people saw it, and that was, you can trend on Twitter for so many things. Like, it's crazy. You can trend on Twitter for so many things. Like, people saw the way the online personality called her out, and that was how she started trending. So people started having compassion on her. They were like, you shouldn't have said that to her. She's simply trying to advertise her business. There is dignity in labor. People had compassion on her. And that was how a lot of online personalities started advertising her business for free. People started posting her business for free. Like, people started donating money for her. And before you know it, she went viral. She even started getting interviews on YouTube, like on various platforms. And that was how she became this online personality, and she became really popular on Twitter. Barely a year after that whole thing happened was when her medical condition became public, and it made it online that she had breast cancer. And people who were supporting her were like, okay, she needs more support, so they need to donate money for her. And they donated money for her. I think this is not the first time they're donating money for her. They've donated a certain amount for her before, of which she said, okay, she doesn't want to go to a normal hospital. And she opted for herbal treatment in Calabar. But that one backfired, because, guys, I must tell you the truth. She's not the first person that is doing this. I've heard a lot of people that would have breast cancer, and maybe because they don't want their breast to be cut off, or they don't want to go through some certain procedures in the hospital, they will now opt for herbal treatment, and it doesn't work out. In most cases, it doesn't work out. I don't think this herbal people has been able to really find the cure for breast cancer, because most times after going for herbal treatment, it will get worse, and they will still have to come back to the hospital. So I think, the medical sector, the government needs to create more awareness on this, because people are losing their lives, and people are going through serious pains because they will always go for herbal treatment that does not end up working out. So that was what happened in her case. She first went for herbal treatment somewhere in Calabar, which didn't work out, and then she came back for more donations. And thank God for compassionate people that donated more for her, and they were able to raise over 30 million naira. Guys, the power of social media. You guys, they were able to raise 30 million naira for her, which is supposed to be good news, right? But the whole thing now is now turning upside down when they now found out that she has refused to go through chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is a very popular procedure whenever there is cancer involved. When you hear cancer, you'll definitely hear chemotherapy, because I think it's one of the major procedures that every cancer patient has to go through. But this lady has refused to go through chemotherapy. Why? Because when you go through chemotherapy, you will need to have blood transfusion. And then that is where belief now comes in. She is a Jehovah Witness member, and Jehovah Witness is not popular to Nigeria alone, or Africa. I think it even came from the abroad. There are more of Jehovah Witness abroad than in African countries, okay? So they have this belief that they are not supposed to take blood. They have so many rules. They have so many rules or beliefs or all of that stuff. They don't celebrate Christmas. They don't celebrate birthdays. They don't vote. They don't go for certain social gatherings. And they don't take blood transfusion. Ah, hey, if you are watching this and you are a Jehovah Witness member, I would love to hear from you. Like, how are you guys coping? How are you guys coping? How has it been? Like, I've had colleagues and friends who are Jehovah Witness. There was one time I was working in a particular company and I had a colleague who is Jehovah Witness. And I remember then whenever we are having this monthly birthday celebration, when we celebrate all the staffs that were born in that month, we contribute money, we buy cake and, do a small party in the office. Once the whole activity starts, she would just separate herself. She just go to one corner and just be doing her work there. And I'll just be looking at her like this is weird, or this is kind of difficult. Like, from my own perspective, it's a lot to cope with. And even during Christmas seasons, whenever customers come around and they wish her Merry Christmas, she doesn't reply. I'm like, really? You guys should let me know if you're watching this and you're a Jehovah Witness member. Let me know how you're coping in the comment section. Remember when I was pregnant with my first daughter, I started hearing about this blood transfusion confusion a lot. Because if you're living in Nigeria as a woman and you're using government hospital for delivery, there's this thing they always do. They will always ask you to come with your husband for blood donation. Like before your delivery, or before your delivery date, they will tell you that it's the normal procedure. You have to come with your husband or any family member at all, or anybody that is willing to donate blood for you. So the person would donate blood for you, and that blood is just in case there are any complications when you are giving birth, so that they won't have to start, at the dying moment, start looking for who to donate blood or where to buy blood. They will just go to their blood bank, get blood, and give to you. So that was the first time I started hearing that these Jehovah Witness people, they don't take blood. So they will indicate it in their hospital card that they shouldn't be giving blood. They did not donate blood and they shouldn't be giving blood. Even if there are complications, they should do any other thing to help them without blood transfusion. So there is this post that I found that really explains, this whole thing, that I would love to read out. Religion is trending because Auntie Esther has refused chemotherapy treatment because of her religious belief as a Jehovah Witness. Now, some people are asking for a refund and calling her a liar. Her organs are fine. The cancer is just in her breast and armpits, but her blood needs to be optimized to begin chemotherapy. The quickest way was to get blood transfusion, but she declined and opted for injection alternatives. It remains entirely unclear if she will still do chemo. However, she might not, because most times blood transfusions become necessary during chemo, as chemotherapy can reduce red cells, white cells, and platelets over time. If level drop too low later in treatment, blood transfusion is needed for every stage of the treatment. So Twitter NG is in a split. While some understand her decision to be faithful to her religious doctrine, others argue that her life should be more important than the religious belief. And many use this as reference to argue why how religion has kept the country stagnant, adding that she lied, that she was ready to do whatever the doctor said. That's why people donated over 30 million naira to her. That if she's so religious, why did she lie? Recall in June, about 4 million was donated for her. All she had to do was show up at a facility and the entire 10 million estimated bill would be sorted. Instead, she opted for a local treatment in Calabar, where her religious beliefs won't be violated. It brought her right back to Twitter. Apparently, Jehovah Witness forbids blood transfusion, essentially because in the Old Testament, God told the Israelites not to eat blood because it is sacred. Leviticus 17:10 to 14, God commanded Israel not to consume blood because the life of the flesh is in the blood. And Acts 15:20 to 29, abstain from blood. Genesis 9 verse 4, do not eat flesh with its life, that is its blood. In essence, they believe transfusing blood equals consuming blood just through the veins instead of the mouth, and it's a disobedience to God and a moral sin. This policy was introduced in 1945. You don't say. You don't say. Not be today. Since 1945 by the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, but it didn't forbid blood transfusions. until 1950 when the church banned blood totally, and then 1961 when they officially made blood transfusion a punishable offense. Disfellowship, or ostracism, expulsion from the church. Those are the punishments they can give to anyone who violates their rules. Really? Academic scholars of the Jehovah Witness believe have punished several researchers that strongly argued why the doctrine is valid. Jehovah Witness also believes only 144,000 people will make heaven. Serious matter. They believe the world ended. They believe the world entered end time since 1914. Also, Jehovah Witness are also not allowed to join the military, vote, and celebrate Christmas. Guys, really? They are not even allowed to vote. Seriously. And if the church finds out that you take blood, or you celebrate your birthday, or you celebrate Christmas, they can actually suspend you, like they'll put you through different kind of punishments, and make you feel like you've committed a big sin. This issue is a lot, like, because this is their church actually dictating to them what to do and what not to do. Even when it has to do with personal issues like your health issues, your church will tell you the kind of medical procedures that you should go through as a person. And if you don't adhere to their rules, they can suspend you. Like, hmm, that is a lot. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. But that is a lot to deal with, honestly. And I don't know how these Jehovah Witness people are coping with all these rules. And the truth is, there is nothing you want to tell them. There is absolutely nothing you want to tell them. They hold their beliefs and rules so strongly that they are ready to give up their life for it. There is this particular video that I found online. This is a young man who was born into Jehovah Witness. His parents are Jehovah Witness, but somehow he has gained his freedom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the Jehovah Witnesses that are watching this video. Sorry if I sound a certain way by saying he has regained his freedom, because personally I understand why I use that word. So he's no longer a Jehovah Witness. So this is what he has to say. Let's listen to the video.
Jehovah Witness, for example, one of the biggest doctrinal issues I had with them was that I saw people die all the time in the organization for a reason I consider to be criminal. So my parents used to make me carry around this thing called a durable power of attorney. It's a legal document stating that in the event that I have a car accident or anything that happens to me and no one is around, no one who knows me is around, and I'm taken to hospital and I need a blood transfusion to survive, don't give me blood, even if it means that I'm going to die. Right? I'm just going to carry this around in my back pocket, right? So even as a child, I knew I was walking around every day with essentially my death warrant inside my pocket. And the reason behind this, and that's a core doctrinal part of the Jehovah Witness belief, that no one is allowed to take blood transfusions. And apparently the reason behind this is some Bible portion from the Old Testament where Moses tells the Israelites not to eat blood because blood is sacred, apparently. And apparently that's the doctrinal basis behind someone who came maybe 3,000 or 4,000 years after Moses saying that, people living in the 21st century shouldn't take blood transfusions.
So, did you hear him? Like, he was carrying a particular document in his pocket as a child, that in case anything happens to him and he's taken to the hospital, he shouldn't be giving blood, even if it means that he's going to lose his life. So these people, they don't joke with these beliefs at all. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comment section. But the particular aspect of this story that I want to talk about is those people that are asking for a refund. Because most of the people that donated for her surgery, that made up that 30 million naira, some of them are coming online to say that their money should be refunded. I know that it is disappointing that she has refused to go through chemotherapy, which is the best way to treat her medical condition. But at the same time, you can make a decision not to donate for her again. Okay, but saying that the money should be refunded, I feel like that's extreme. based on my own personal opinion, I don't know about you, but I feel like that's extreme. If you donated that money out of goodwill, then just leave her now that she has come out publicly with her belief and said that, okay, this is what she believes in. She doesn't believe in blood transfusion. If that doesn't sit well with you, then next time you can choose not to donate for her. But saying that the money should be refunded, I don't think that is fair. I think we should respect her belief because it's her life and it's her choice. There is really nothing you can do anything about it. You cannot help someone in a way that they don't want to be helped. That's one thing people need to understand. You can, like, it is until the person agrees that you should help, that is when you can help. You can't force your help on somebody. So if she says that she doesn't want to go through chemotherapy, then I think her belief should be respected, my own opinion. But I can understand that it is quite disappointing after people have donated, especially those people that donated huge amounts of money. It's quite disappointing that after they have donated, she's now coming up with this belief of hers that she's not going to take blood transfusion and she's not going to go through the best medical procedure for her medical condition. It's quite disappointing, but you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'll be waiting to read your comments. So thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. This broadcast was brought to you by Becky Culture Media, where we talk about trending news and events. If you found this video helpful, then please click on the like button and share the video with a friend. If you're new to the channel, you're most definitely welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell so you can get free notifications whenever there's a new upload on the channel. And to all my returning subscribers, you know that I love you guys so much. Thank you for all your love and support. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.